All right, here we are. Both wheels are on the truck finally. By both, I mean only the front, obviously. The rear axle is still at the powder coaters. It's kind of a long story. We're not going to talk about that. But it gave me time to get my frame all painted up, and basically at this point I got all of the suspension in the front put back on. Also was able to get the wheels pretty much on. Obviously they're not bolted all the way down, they're just kind of hand tight at the moment, but hell yeah, that is what it looks like right now. So if this is your first time watching the videos, I'll go over real quick all the parts and pieces here. So the track bar, which comes from the that mountain right there all the way down to the axle point right there, that's made by Kryptonite. That one right there, the what is it, the drag link? Yeah, the drag link. That one is made by Synergy. And this one right here, that's made by PMF, and the diff cover is a PMF, and so is the mount is a PMF, but the ram is a PSC, Power Steering Company. So it's a lot of little parts and pieces right there in the front that make it all kind of go. But the reason why I had to use a bunch of different manufacturers was I wanted to make sure all this would move and not collide with each other. And some pieces they had no bend in it, they were straight, and some pieces had the bend in it, and some pieces had the bend and they were oversized, which I couldn't use any of those. So that's why I have so many different pieces to get that all to work, and so far it looks great. Yeah, you can see those big honking calipers peeking out of the rim right there. Let me see if I can show you from the back side. Heck yeah. And here are all the bolts in the frame. I actually think I'm going to either lop that one off or flip it, so that way it doesn't crunch into my 4-link arm. But you're probably going to want to do what I did there, is put bolts in these positions. It keeps the frame all together. It used to have components bolted into it from the leaf spring front end, but when you remove it, it just leaves holes in the frame, and then those are spliced together plates. So I went ahead and threw bolts in all those spots. Same thing with the other side. And I think there's 1/2-inch bolts I use. It doesn't make a difference what size you use. And my air tank. Got the rear shock absorber mounts put in. Those were a pain in the ass. This one, that one sucked. That one wasn't so bad. You actually have to drill these holes, but this one you had to drill holes and it wouldn't fit. So it took a lot of work to get that thing to work. So, but yeah. Let's hope and pray that in the next couple days I get a call from the powder coater and get the axle back on the rear and get this thing into a full roller. And a lot of small little pieces left to do, but for the most part the major stuff has all been fitted. So at that point, once the rear axle's on, the whole 2016 axle swap conversion is actually complete, despite the truck not being complete. But the axle conversion has become complete, which it's pretty exciting. Have a good night, guys.